Welcome into Wager Talk TV. I am Drew Martin, joined by Andrew McGinnis and Andy Lang of WagerTalk.com. We're talking NFL Sunday action here. We get the Indianapolis Colts and the Buffalo Bills, Andy. We're seeing 50 being the total. Bills open -6.5. Seeing mostly -7s now across the board at WagerTalk odds screen. What are you liking here? The Colts and the Bills on Sunday.
Well, it's pretty crazy. Believe it or not, these teams are shockingly similar. Here are the Bills' wins this season. Jets, Dolphins, the Chiefs when they were in their funk, the Texans, the football team, and the Dolphins. Then they lost to Pittsburgh, Tennessee, and Jacksonville. Here are the Colts' wins this year. See if this sounds familiar. Jaguars, Jets, Texans, Dolphins, 49ers. Crazy stat. The Bills and Colts combined have 11 wins. 7 of them are against the Dolphins, the Jets, and the Texans, and they both lost to the Titans by the exact same score, 34-31. So these teams are actually really similar when you compare this. I find the Bills a little bit hard to rate. They played the second easiest schedule in the league, so they're graded out as, one of the second best defense, the 13th best offense, but how good are they really when they're playing these cupcakes? The Colts are good at a lot of things. I don't think they're great at anything. You could make the case that Jonathan Taylor is great, and so is this running game, but he has 5 games over 100 yards rushing. That's against the Jaguars, Jets, the 49ers in that rain game, the Texans, and the Dolphins. So this is going to be a great test to see how good this rushing offense really is. Wentz is starting to play better. He's a lot more in control. The defense is good, but here's where I'm going with this game. Look for Josh Allen to have a huge passing week. The Colts secondary is their weakness, and that's going to be the mode of attack for Buffalo. The Bills have an elite secondary. The Colts do not have a great core of wide receivers. I think this is actually a pretty bad matchup for the Colts. I've liked betting on the Colts in the first half. They always come into the game with a really strong game plan. The coaching staff is good. But so does Buffalo. Buffalo is 6-3 first half ATS. The Colts 7-3. I'm going to take the Bills team total over 27.5 is the way I'm going after this. The Bills will not need to run the ball because Allen will have wide receivers open all day. The Colts give up 250 yards a game passing, but they've played a lot of bad passing offenses. Against Baltimore, they gave up 442 yards passing, and they're second worst allowing passing touchdowns. They give up an average of 2.3 passing TDs a game. That's second worst to Washington. So the Bills are going to throw all day. The Bills are going to put up a lot of points. I have them going over 30 points. Here's a fun player prop. If you can get an alternate line on Josh Allen at like 4-1 or 5-1, look at him to go over 400 yards passing or maybe over 3.5 TDs. I have him slated to have a huge game and put up big points. Colts will be playing from behind. I like the Bills to win, but I really like the Bills to put up over 30 points.
I like it, Andy. Good matchup analysis there. Indianapolis Colts, Buffalo Bills. What are you liking here, Andrew McGinnis?
Yeah, Andy always has great stuff with the Colts there, and it's super interesting looking at two of these teams that have had very similar schedules, victories, losses. I'm a huge fan of what have you done for me lately and who have you done it against? And again, like we said, both these teams have kind of had similar wins and stuff, but for me, looking at this game, I look at a Bills team that just 2 weeks ago had a horrific upset, and they were on the wrong end of it. Then last week, they kind of had that confidence booster. I think that Drew, Andy, and I could suit up against the Jets maybe and put up some points against them, maybe win. So the question really is, how much confidence do you get from a big beatdown, dominating game like that? And that's kind of where I'm looking here, is that I'm on the same page as Andy. I kind of am staying off the side in this game. I'm curious to see what we'll get out of the Colts. I think if the Bills can shut down their run game, it's going to be a tough game for them. I also think the Colts, they've struggled against teams with winning records. They've only beaten teams they probably should beat or borderline should beat. I like the team total just like Andy does. I believe that although it was a helpless team last week, it was the Jets. The Bills were absolutely making their offense look like a breeze, looked like it was a scrimmage out there, running some drills. I believe they did get some confidence last week against the Jets. It happens in every single sport, guys. I see it in the NHL when I'm handicapping. You see it especially in the NBA. And believe it or not, you do see it in the NFL. Teams do get confidence. But Andy mentioned it. The Bills have had an easy schedule. It's time for them to capitalize off some confidence they might have gotten last week and see what they can do. I'm going to, go on the sidelines here, sit back, grab a cold beer, and hope for some points. I don't care about the side. Give me points here for the Bills. Give me the team total, just like Andy.
That's Andrew McGinnis. He's grabbing a cold beer. He's also suiting us up here, Andy Lang. I hope you guys are pretty good at football because I know that I don't know if I'd help out too much, but guys, great analysis from both Andrew and Andy. Enjoy the game, Indianapolis Colts, Buffalo Bills. Also remember to check out WagerTalk.com. Monday is a great day to do so. $9 Mondays, all plays from all handicappers discounted to just $9. Check it out, WagerTalk.com.